Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As of every week, I go into the fundamental analysis of the currency pairs and I also analyze the technicals and the sentiment, and I have an idea, a trade ideas, and with the technical analysis I search for opportunities to enter some trades. Today we will go into the fundamental, technical and sentiment analysis, and also we will see some trade updates and some trade opportunities for next week. If you like this type of content, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. Now, let's dive into the fundamental analysis. Again, how we rank the economic indicators is based on the forecast, whether it hit forecast or it didn't hit forecast, above it or below it, and how this is affecting the central bank decision. Okay, based on these indicators that I chose myself, I have whether the bank is likely to hike, cut or hold interest rate. What I added is the ranking part because I was manually choosing which currencies are strong and which currencies are weak. What I saw is that I made a mistake this week by choosing wrong currency pair, which led me into a loss. But what I did is that also I ranked the sentiment analysis. I already have a ranking for the economic strength, and what I did is I have final ranking right now, and I order the currencies from the strongest to the weakest, in my opinion. So this is not a financial advice, this is just journaling, personal experience and personal development. Okay, now based on fundamental analysis that I did, I've had that the strongest currency is the pound and the weakest currency is the euro. So now these four are strong in my opinion and these four are weak, but also, for example, if I want to trade AUD euro, okay, so euro Australian dollar, I can do it, but I would prefer to pick strongest three, strongest four versus weakest three or weakest four pairs. Okay, now after this order and this ranking, now we go into the technical analysis. What pairs can I make from these two and these two? I have euro pound, pound chef, euro USD and USD chef. Okay, also what I like is to trade the Japanese yen euro, so euro JPY and chef JPY. Why? Because all the central banks are in a cutting cycle except the Bank of Japan. So the Bank of Japan is looking to hike interest rate coming into the 2025. So I would like to take some short positions against the Japanese yen, and the weakest currency I have right now is the euro and the Swiss franc. So now had everything in my mind, let's go into the technicals and start analyzing some trades that I took and that some trades that I'm looking to take coming into the next week. First trade idea is euro pound, okay, because weakest versus strongest. Coming into the euro pound, I have already took a position, a short position into the euro pound. I've had this supply demand. If you watch the previous week video, I have this supply demand right here. I go to the 1 hour. I took 3 different positions. This is the first one, the yellow is the second one, and the orange is the third one. Third one immediately got hit, and it was a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, around 1-to-1. It was 1 to 1.25. Second, this is the third position. The second position, I closed it at break even. Why? Because ECB, it was news, ECB not seeing huge rate cuts, and because I don't know if the markets were pricing in 50 or 75 basis points cuts on the European Central Bank. I thought that retracements might happen, and I would like to cut some losses or at least come into the break-even area. So after I closed the second position and I trailed my stop loss into these highs right here. So how I trail my stop loss after 4-hour shift in market structure, I trail my stop loss into the highs. Okay, after I trailed my stop loss and I closed one of the positions right here, if price comes into my stop loss, I would have been out at break even. Okay, and this is how I think about it, and this is how I manage my risk. Now, with experience, I might keep this trade because fundamentally the currencies are still pound is the strongest and euro is the weakest, so prices should move lower after a retracement, and this is what's happening right now. We are moving lower. I have this as one of the targets. Why? Because if we go to the daily time frame, this is a swing low. Okay, I would like to take my profits at this area. Now, usually what I will be doing is that I will be waiting, and when prices hit this area, I will go and check the fundamentals. If the fundamentals are still aligning with the technicals, I will keep the position running until sentiment changes or fundamentals changes. Usually I will keep it running until sentiment changes, because when sentiment changes, we will have a retracement. So if I have a retracement, I would like to take my profits right here, and we have a retracement, I will enter another short position. Okay, this is how I think about it, and this is how this trade is playing out. Now, another trade that I took is New Zealand dollar, US dollar, and I took it because I thought that the New Zealand dollar is very much weaker than the US dollar, but after this order and this clean and clear ranking, as you can see, they are both strong currencies. And what happened is that I took 4 positions, because if it keeps retracing, I take positions. I took 4 positions. My stop loss was at this high, and I got stopped out. It's totally normal, and I started analyzing why it did happen. We had the Reserve Bank of New Zealand cutting rates by 50 basis points, so the interest rate became 4.25%, but the 3-month yield stood at 4.4%, and it did not go lower. So markets are not expecting huge cut rates or even rate cuts at all in the next 3 months. And this is what happened. USD is looking into cutting 25 basis points. New Zealand is looking into holding interest rate in the upcoming month. and we can see that prices are retracing into the upside. Okay, now whether fundamentals changes in the next month or two, we will come back into this pair, but here I took a loss, and it's totally fine because with proper risk management and with proper position sizing, it's totally normal to have a losing trade. Now, finishing from trade updates, let's come back into the new trade ideas. Now, pound chef, I've already marked before this demand area, and it's playing out. Now, if we get a retracement into this area right here, I might take a buy position. Okay, why? Because fundamentally pound is much stronger than the Swiss franc, and I would like to buy at the lows. Okay, now if we have a retracement, I will be looking into buying. Euro USD, we are in this supply area right here. Okay, but because I've had two positions, one on euro pound and another one on New Zealand dollar and US dollar, I did not like to take this position, because since the euro pound is the best trade idea I have right now, I put hefty on it, and I did not divide my positions into different currency pairs. And since already I'm taking euro into consideration with euro pound, I would like to take different central banks than the ECB and the Bank of England in another trade idea. That's why I did not take a short position in this area. Now, if we come back into this area right here, this supply zone, I might be taking a short position if the sentiment is aligning, if the fundamentals are still aligning. I will be looking into taking a short position, because also it aligns with a very beautiful support area, and it's a decent retracement. Okay, so this is how I think about it. Decent retracement, good area to sell from. I will be looking into selling from this area right here. Now, going into USD chef. Also, same idea. I've had this demand area right here, but since we were moving very powerfully to the upside and we didn't have a good retracement, I need a proper retracement, a deep retracement, to take a position going higher. Same, so Euro USD short, USD chef is long. Okay, buying the USD. In both pairs we are buying the USD. So I will be looking into retracement into this demand area right here in order to take a long position. Chef JPY, Swiss franc Japanese yen, or Euro JPY, both are sell. Coming into this chef JPY, we've already moved previous week. Okay, so this week we moved, we started from previous week. I did not take any short position because my eyes were not this open about fundamental analysis. I didn't have the Excel sheet properly and clearly identifying the strongest and the weakest currencies, so I missed out on Chef JPY, and also I missed out on Euro JPY. Both ways I would have taken just one position between them, because they are both holding the Bank of Japan, the central bank, the Bank of Japan, as one of their pair, so as one of their currency. So I take just one, not one position, one trade idea between the two, which will be already Euro JPY, because the Euro is also weaker than the Japanese yen. Okay, So these are the trade ideas. If I get a retracement into these areas right here, I will be looking to taking a short position. If I don't get a retracement, I will be looking on another trade ideas that I have. So I already have 6 currency pairs that I'm looking for, and which is enough for me. And if I start positioning myself very well in the long term, it will be a very beautiful portfolio management. Okay, this is everything. Hopefully it was insightful. As I told you at the beginning, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for weekly analysis like this. Until next week, stay safe.